A note with Adbitia flowers, water lily flowers, macaws, sunny day for a very dark subject. The Devil's Advocate. Al Pacino in his good days. That is when he had good material. Keanu Reeves, Charlize Theron, wonderful actors. In a film about lawyers and and how devilish that can be. Of course, we know there's many jokes on lawyers. Alas, that's not fair because this is the profession, at least in America, which has such a bad image, and that affects those working in there. Ambulance chasers, as they're called by so many, but they have the highest rates of divorce, the highest rates of depression, and the highest suicide rates of any profession. So that's sad. But having said that, I'll just mention one joke that I've read recently, of all places, in the International Man Booker Prize Award for this year. The winner of the prize, A Horse Walks into a Bar, by David Grossman, an Israeli wonderful writer, an essayist. He wrote a famous book in intellectual circles. I've read about it in The Economist, a book on the occupation, Israel's occupation of Palestinian territories. Not popular with politicians. And in his book, he has a few jokes, one of which refers to lawyers. The angel of death comes, not played by Al Pacino, I guess, and says to the lawyer, "Well, it's time." "But why? I'm only 40 years old." "Not according to your billable hours." So there it is. Keanu Reeves is Kevin Lomax, and John Milton is his new boss, the devil. Al Pacino. Al Pacino, of course, we all know, was a sacred monster, a Übermensch of cinema, and Godfather, of course, and so many others. Alas, recently he has no material, but I was reading about him in a book by Robert Evans, who used to be an actor, producer, and head of Paramount, the ultimate insider in Hollywood, the man behind The Godfather, Chinatown, Rosemary's Baby, Love Story, so many others. And he was talking about how he discovered Jack Nicholson, the debut of Al Pacino, who lived, I don't know, in a basement somewhere, and the fact that he was needed for The Godfather, but then with the filming and a delay or something, they had to call in different studios, and then another studio, because it was working, talking, well, listen, an agent, or some, I need Al Pacino. Who? Al Pacino. Who? You have to spell it for me. And the same thing at the other end of the line. I mean, this man had to call the studio. Al Pacino. Who? Al Pacino. Spell it. It's in a way an anecdote. I laugh at it for no good reason, because of course everybody has a debut where he's not known by anyone. So that happened to Al Pacino too. Um, he discovers, his firm discovers Kevin Lomax, who's very good, married to Marianne Lomax, beautiful, gorgeous Charlize Theron. And he comes to work in town, even if his mother disagrees. She has a feeling there's something wrong there. There's like Babylon. And indeed, it turns out in this interesting drama and horror story to an extent, well, not a large extent. It's just this idea that Al Pacino is ultimately, finally, the devil, and it's an invitation. It's not a stupid film. It's rather good. Come to think of it, a meditation on which side you represent. Are you on the good side, or are you on the devil's evil side? And then, of course, it's an invitation to mention that, I mean, a final joke with the scientists who decided to stop making experiments on lab rats. Why? For three reasons. People get attached to lab rats, scientists too. There are not enough lab rats, and then lawyers instead of rats, because there are some things even rats won't do.